Brian Downey.
There we go.
I'm good.
Yes.
Come on.
All right. Yeah, we have the spread of Ebola on camera. What did you just give me as a question?
Is that what it is? Do you have a cold or do you not like to just shake hands?
No, I have a cold.
Is that true?
I swear.
Yeah, he did.
I was
There are
blowing my nose
a
in
couple
another
people
interview.
in LA that
Larry
they do
David.
that all the time. They go, I got a cold, just a fist bump or nothing.
Larry David. I think I'm your last interview. Your last interview. You're second to last. So.
Oh, good. Great. Thanks, Damon.
Bailing on you, bro.
Okay, so I have to say right off the bat, just to get this out of the way, first thing that came to mind when your character, when Fred gets into a suit and breathes fire, I just immediately thought, how perfect, because I thought about you setting Anthony Jeselnik's show on fire.
Yes,
Eric
that's
Andre.
exactly right.
I don't know why I associate you with fire now.
Well, yeah. Actually, that was Eric Andre in that dropped the fireworks. But
You're kind of an accomplice.
I was, and I was wearing a mask that was I had made of his face. So that set the world of cognizant, sensible comedy on fire.
Yeah, it was basically anarchy was happening.
Yeah, to be sure.
And it was hard to tell if he was enjoying it or not.
He was, but he's a little bit of a control guy, so I think he was kind of like, guys, you're sort of hijacking my show. But then he invited me back to talk about bears. He said I could stay on for a minute, and I stayed on for 3 minutes, and then I went over to the middle of it. I think I'm a big part of why I got canceled.
there was no fire that time, at least.
No. Just the fire that burns within me to make innovative comedy every day of my life.
Indeed.
You're so good at it.
Oh, has he said that already today?
No.
You, my friend, Genesis Rodriguez is in this movie. You're on a TV show with Zooey Deschanel. You did a movie with Nina Dobrev. You're just like doing the tour of hot young actresses.
What about JB Chung?
And yeah, she's here too.
Oh, yeah, she's all right. Not my type, but yeah, it's great. It's really fun to work around pretty people.
I mean, we keep naming.
I mean, I'm not even asking for this. This is just being given to me. This is the Lord's gift.
Indeed. Yeah. So I had heard a lot earlier today about the amount of input that all of you guys really were able to have in like the voices of the characters and adding different layers to the comedic side. Can you tell me a little bit about that? Like what was on the page versus what you were able to bring
thinking about how you do get to work with all these beautiful women. And I'm on an HBO show with like all these nerdy, schlubby white guys. It's just like, how did it end up like that?
It's weird.
Or I'm in a movie with, I mean, I know the girls are on this, but I'm also, that I get to be in a movie where it's animated women. That I'm like, oh, Gogo Tamago, you are so fiery and such an independent spirit, and I just want to hug you, but you're just 2D.
3D.
3D.
No?
Yeah.
Is it?
I think so. I wore glasses.
I can't believe this. We haven't seen it in 3D yet. We've only seen it in 2D. Well, it's incredible in 2D. I can't wait to see it in 3D.
Yeah, no, it's a lot of fun.
They let us improvise a lot, you know? It was one of those opportunities that's very rare sometimes in this town where you're really collaborating with the filmmakers, not just trying to execute their vision. Or it really felt like they partnered with us, and they say that to make these characters. So it was, you know, half of it you're doing the lines that are so brilliantly written, and then half of it you're trying to figure out what you can do that no one else can, so that it is truly a unique character.
Yeah. This is the last question. I'm getting the wrap up. This is a really exciting time right now with Disney, Pixar, Marvel. The idea that you can go to a movie based on the company behind it and know that it's going to be good. Like, it reminds me of being in high school and buying stuff because it was on different record labels. You're like, oh, I've never heard this, but it's on this label. So
yeah, I mean, it's Def Jam,
and yeah, I mean, it's hard to pull that off and continue the streak. Are you?
Well, I mean, I think it's the pedigree. You know, it's how long that they've been making these kind of movies that are so revolutionary. It's a great honor to be a part of that, to actually be in the process this time and not just be a consumer. Right. I was sitting there going, wow, they changed my characters a couple of times because the story changed. Mm-hmm. Yeah. It was just really interesting to like be on the inside of that and see like them bringing different storyboards to me. I'm like, wow, I remember the scene was in here. They're like, no, it's changed now. It was great.
But it's a testament to Disney, especially, because he's right. I mean, they've been doing it forever. But all movie companies and studios go up and down a little bit. But I've really learned from the people here who've been very open about the process and how they make these movies, that they communicate with each other, that they collaborate, that they're trying to eliminate ego and hierarchy and status and all that stuff and try and make it feel much more like a family. And I think that with that plus 3 years to really be open to changing this, so this doesn't work, and I'm not going to say, yes, it does because I want to be right. I'm going to say, okay, well, what if it's this? Because we want to find the right thing for the audience. Disney also really, really cares about their audience. You know, then that's why they've been making seriously high-quality entertainment and knocking out of the park over and over again. And they chose, you know, not that this isn't always the case, but you know, at other studios, but for this movie especially, they chose comedians to do the comedy. I mean, we're comedians. Scott Adsit is an improviser. He's a Chicago luminary in the improv community there. And then they chose great actors to, you know, to play the other parts. And Maya Rudolph is hilarious, but it's so warm and wonderful in the film. They've got it on lock, but it seems like it's
They
not
know exactly what they're doing.
Yeah, but it's not that complicated.
Yeah.
At least when we hear it described, it's like, oh, it's that easy. But Hollywood sort of gets in its own way in a lot of ways, in a lot of places, with a lot of obstacles.
Amen.
Yeah.
If that wasn't the case, Anthony Jeselnik would still have a show.
Yeah, that's right.
Absolutely.